Hello, and welcome to Ask Miss Ronnie. I'm Ronnie. Today, my sharing is about three regular overnight shelters and one emergency overnight shelter for persons who are homeless. As you know, it's going to get bitterly cold this weekend, or it is the weekend. So it's going to get bitterly cold today and tonight and Sunday night. I don't know what's going on into Monday, but I want you to listen carefully so that you'll know which shelter you can attend and when. Okay, because the information is not the same for all of them. All right, as you may know, Room at the Inn is an interfaith nonprofit group that provides warm and safe overnight shelters from December 13th, 2020 to March 14th, 2021, this year, from 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. The three regular overnight shelters are at the following locations: the Unitarian Universalistic Church at 2615 Shepherd Boulevard. The second one is the Eastwood Motel at 2518 Business Loop 70 East. Now, this shelter is for those people who are in a COVID-19 quarantine, or it's for those persons who are at high risk for getting the virus. Okay, that's what the Eastwood Motel is for. It's not for everybody. All right. And then the third shelter is the Rockbridge Christian Church at 301 West Green Meadows Road. And this shelter is not to be used until the first two shelters are full, because they're considered the backup shelter. Now, persons who wish to be guests at any of the three shelters will need to be at the Wilkes Boulevard Methodist Church at 702 Wilkes Boulevard between 5 and 6:30 p.m. to be screened, and then you'll be taken to the shelters. You'll be transported, okay? But they will not accept any reservations for room by phone or by email. You have to show up at the Wilkes Church, all right? The fourth overnight shelter is considered a temporary warming shelter. It'll be at the Wabash bus station on 126 North 10th Street. It will only be open Saturday, February 6th, that's today, and Sunday, February 7th, from 7 p.m. to 6 a.m. each evening due to the expected extreme cold weather. Now, a warming center, this is another place, a different place from the shelters. A warming center is a place you can go during the cold weather when the temperature drops, and these centers are only open to the public during the building's regular working hours. So you can be at a warming center in the daytime in the public areas like the lobbies, the restroom, use a water fountain, get something to drink if they have a little restaurant there. Okay, because those are public areas and you're welcome there to keep warm. So the examples of the Columbia Warming Centers are the ARC, the Activity and Recreation Center at 1701 West Ash Street, or the Boone County Government Center at 801 East Walnut Street, or the Columbia Boone County Health and Human Services, the Health Department at 1005 West Worley Street. That's 1005 West Worley Street. Official shelter, and then I want to tell you about that now. And then there's what they call official shelters that provide sleeping accommodations and sometimes a meal. All right, and those shelters are Room at the Inn, which we just talked about, and the Salvation Army Harbor House, and that's for men, women, and families. You can bring your children there, and I'm pretty sure it's probably still accessible, wheelchair accessible. It was at one time. And that address for the Salvation Army Harbor House for men, women, and families is 602 North Ann Street. Then there's St. Francis House for men, 901 Range Line Street. They say they have no availability at this time. Okay, then there's the Lois Bryant House, women and families, which is on 913 Range Line Street, down the street from St. Francis House. they also have no availability at this time. I'm sorry. And Rainbow House for Children and Youth is at 1611 Town Drive in the Whitegate area. Looks like they do have some openings because they didn't say they didn't. Then there's True North for domestic violence. They want you to please call 573-875-1370. That's 573-875-1370. And that's for True North for persons experiencing being domestic violence. Please call them if you need to go there, even when it's not bad weather. Okay? And then there's Welcome Home, a home for veterans, 2120 Business Loop 70 East. That's Welcome Home for veterans, 2120 Business Loop 70 East. Okay, and it says for additional information on warming centers, you can go to como.gov, Health Human Services Warming and Cooling Centers. And I didn't see any different centers there, just some more information. And what else I want to tell you about this? I wanted to say a word that if you want to donate to anyone else out there, if you want to donate or to volunteer to this cause, go to the email roomatttheinn@gmail.com to leave a message, and they'll get back to you if you want to volunteer or donate. While if you're using these shelters, be sure to thank all those churches and volunteers that make this important event happen, okay, because it takes a lot. And as always, take care of yourself, take care of each other, and be blessed. Bye-bye.